Hi, it is Michelle Stone at Michelle Stone Masterpieces. Thank you for coming to my YouTube channel today. Um, I am an artist, a art teacher, an art curator, and a therapeutic art life coach. So what I'm doing is the reason I'm making this video today is because I'm actually doing the 100-day challenge. It's based on doing different art practices or a series of art practices for 100 days in a row. Um, Consistency is the key. Perfection is not necessary, uh, not whatsoever. Some people are like, oh gosh, if you do 100, you got to do it perfect. You have to do it every single day. You have to not email them, post them on time, and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, no, progress, not perfection. So it's kind of where I am. So I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that you're listening to this. If you've come across this, you've either heard somebody um, tell you about it, or you have stumbled upon it across the World Wide Web, or or maybe you even know me. So I'm glad you're here. I'm glad that you're willing to participate in this. I've been doing the emotional color wheel for a couple years now. I find it very, very beneficial. I do know that it helps. Because it's kind of a meditative practice, and it's also something that you can do in like 20 minutes, or definitely 30 minutes or less. And it's one of those things that, because like you're finishing a task, you get those happiness chemicals, the hits of dopamine, and the because it's part of meditation, the serotonin in that. And so it's all in all, it's a good thing. I was actually reading an article today, and I know it's a sensitive subject, but when you know your emotions well, it actually helps reduce the risk, especially like now with, with COVID, or even in uncertain times and other types of situations. It actually helps reduce the possibility of suicide. And so, if you know what you're feeling, and chances are that if you know what you're feeling, you're willing to understand, and you also understand that feelings come and feelings go. And a book I used to read to my son is coming to my mind, so I'm going to quote it. Feelings come and feelings go. You never know what they'll be. Um, Happy or sad. I forget what it is. Like happy or sad, or angry, or angry or glad. I don't know. Anyway, they're all a part of me, and so yeah. And so emotions, feelings, they're all a part of us. The more we suppress them, the more they turn into a pressure cooker. So let's let off some of that steam. Ready? Here we go. All right. So this is what I've got going on today. I actually have decided that I'm going to do 3 emotions for each one of my main emotions. So my main emotions, I've been focusing on Dr. Mario Martinez's work, the Mind Body Code. I don't know why, but I have a pen right here, handy, so I'm going to use that today. So yeah, Dr. Mario Martinez is a neuroscientist who studies centenarians around the world, and he's come to terms with the fact that there are 3 main archetypal wounds. Archetypal wounds: shame, abandonment, and betrayal. And of those wounds, there are healing fields, and so that's what I've been focusing on a lot lately. And so and I'm finding that I actually, because I'm focusing on them, and the whole Napoleon Hill, the what the mind can conceive and believe it will achieve. So I like to say, what you think about, you bring about. And so if I'm focusing on honor, which I'm going to put here. Yep. And loyalty. That would be loyalty to myself. Commitment also to myself. Think of it this way. So you've got honor, loyalty, commitment, and over here I'm going to put love. If you're on an airplane, right? And if you're on an airplane, and when they go through the things about, what to do if they lose cabin pressure, whatever, they always say, put your mask on first. So that's the concept of the loyalty and the commitment and the honor. You've got to take care of you first before you can take care of anyone else. And so self-love is part of this commitment. And so, as you're doing the commitment part, you can actually write something like self-love. And I'm going to do that. Self-care, which is this practice, and self-love, that would be a feeling. Self-care, that's probably not a feeling. So let me think about that for a second. And what have I done today? Today I stood up for myself. So I was I'm going to put confident. Yep. And then I also was I was in commitment, loyalty. Here, I was inquisitive. And I was curious. I was bouncing some ideas off of a friend of mine, another art teacher friend of mine, about some different things. So, and I was introspective. There we go. So, all right, and so my commitments. And so what I'm doing here is I'm actually, because I'm adding in the different layers, what I'm doing is I'm creating more of an understanding of my own emotions and my own literacy, emotional, like my own feelings and my own emotional literacy. So loyalty, tenacious, and secure, and let's see, commitment, devoted. Yeah, okay. And loyalty, I'm continuing to think about this. Like, what would that, feelings of importance. You know what I think I'm going to do going forward? I think I'm actually not going to put this outer line there. We'll see if I remember that tomorrow when I do it, but we'll try that. All right, so love. So yeah, consideration. Okay, and joyous. And give me one more. Love, reassured. Okay, so there we go. So we got that. And I'm going to start. Whoops, I didn't write any of those down. So for honor, I'm going to put inquisitive. Then I'm going to put curious. I know, similar things. And then introspective. Loyalty, tenacious. Secure. And importance. And then commitment, self-love, self-confidence, and devoted. Okay. And then for love, I have consideration, joyous, and reassured. Okay. All right. So here we go. So honor. Honor, 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 honor. Honor is typically blue for me. I don't know why. Inquisitive. Curious. All right. Introspective. Introspective is this gray color. Okay. So then loyalty. Loyalty is this purple. Tenacious. Secure. Importance. Let me think. Importance feels like white. Interesting. It always interests me when I choose white. Commitment. Commitment feels like it feels like this brown color. Sepia. Okay. Self-love. This pink. Self-confidence. This purple. Devoted. This green. Love. Love feels like this pink right here. Consideration. So if you're new to doing what I'm doing, I'm not going to use that one. What I do is I take the color, I take the word, and I take the thought of being in that space of that feeling, and then I think about, I wonder what color that would be. So joyous is going to be this. Is this going to be joyous? Actually, yeah, this is going to be joyous. I didn't put my colored pencils away from yesterday, so. So yeah, so anyway, so I'm just playing with the different levels. Not levels, different layers of feelings. And that's important. Like having those different layers, and then assured. Assured's gonna be this orchid color. All right, so here we go. Ready? So honor's gonna be here. Put all of these guys back in there. On. There we go. So there's honor. And then I've got inquisitive. And just thinking about my day, yeah, I was really inquisitive. I was, as I mentioned, I was chatting with a friend of mine who's also an art teacher. I didn't tell you where, at my son's soccer game. And so she and I were kind of brainstorming about, I'm teaching some new kids, right? And I've got some Easter coming up, and this one little boy loves to do nests, egg nests. Bird nests, not egg nests. And so I was trying to like brainstorm, like, what would that look like for this age group? And like how I would do it based upon the budget that I have, that whole kind of thing. So yeah. And then introspective. I'm always looking at ways to improve. That's just how I am. And I like that about me. I like that I'm constantly trying to better myself. And I do. And so, some people are right just being, just being exactly where they are in life. I'm one of those people that I like to continue to grow. And so I'm always reading, always doing different types of exercises, taking classes, that kind of thing. There we go. All right, so we got that. And where am I? Loyalty, tenacious. Tenacious. You know what? I had resolve in there too, but I didn't write it down. Just thinking about my, and you know what? The more that I'm tapping into other feelings that I've had, the more that I'm like, oh yeah, I had this as well, and I had that as well, and that, and so they're easier to think about. So here, this one is secure, feeling secure about, just different things. Importance. Importance. Commitment. Yep. Back to the whole airplane ride. All right. Self-love. Yeah, back to the airplane ride, to the concept of putting your mask on first. Sorry, my sign kind of fell down. Um, and taking care of you first, because if you don't take care of you, then what are you giving from? What your bank will be depleted. Your um, emotions will be depleted. Your energy will be depleted. There you go. All right, and then love. No, stepping into love. Yep, love. There we go. So I got that. And then consideration. Just being considerate of other people. Consider myself and my needs as well. Joyous. People look at me and they see the way that I respond and I interact with. They're like, "Wow, you're so filled with joy." I'm like, "Yeah, you know." And then reassured. So there you go. So that is today's emotional code wheel. Um, and you know what? The more that I'm tapping into this, the more that I'm understanding myself and and yeah, I mean, this kind of stuff, as much as it doesn't feel like it's important, and you're kind of like, oh, should I really do it? Should I not? It is important. It's just 20 minutes a day. You grab some colored pencils, some markers. I know men who are doing it, women who are doing it. I just think that it's an easy kind of touchstone for yourself and even your friends and your loved ones. So anyway, so this is today's emotional color wheel. We are up to 4, right? So 4 plus 3 is 7 plus 3 more is 10 plus 3 more is 13. So we're up to 16 emotions at this point. And, and it's relatively easy. And it looks easy too. So if you have any questions, feel free to put them in the comments. I will definitely get back to you as soon as I can. And so that's it for tonight. So if you are inspired, you like what I did, please go ahead and click that subscribe button and also hit the bell. And so every time I post a video, you will get to see it. All right. Well, thank you very much. I hope you have a wonderful evening. And remember, color the residue of your day away. All right. Thanks. Bye.